My name is Tunde Legbede. I'm a senior lecturer at the Department of Employment Relations and Human Resource Management, University of Lagos. Today we'll be looking at internal labor market and its efficiency in the organization. What is internal labor market? Internal labor market can be conceptualized as the application of prescribed rules and regulations to determine pricing and allocation of labor effort within a firm. It describes the process by which demand and supply of labor is regulated, is analyzed, and is defined within a particular organization, excluding the formation and activities of external labor markets. That implies that rules and regulations are formulated within the organization to determine the quantum of labor to be engaged, the quantum of labor to be deployed, the quantum of labor to be utilized within a given period at a particular price. So that's distinguish internal labor market from external labor market, because we have three forms of labor market. We have external, we have internal, and we have national labor market. External and national labor market has the same conceptualization, and it has to do with the uh, determination and pricing of labor effort by the interplay of demand and supply. So whatever transpires in the external labor market and national labor market is as a result of the interplay of demand and supply. But in internal labor market, the pricing and allocation of labor effort are determined outside the interplay of demand and supply, but rather rules and regulations are used to determine pricing and allocation of labor effort. And of course, there is seldom interaction, little or no interaction with external labor market in the internal labor market process. Example of internal labor market organization are military, your Charles, MOG, civil service, and NITEL of old telecommunication industry in Nigeria. And then because NITEL was the only producer of telecommunication services, so they do not have computers, so they could not push from anywhere. So they have to have their own school where they train their technicians and their professionals. So that makes them to be an internal labor market organization, because that makes them to be the job they are doing United then is job specific, and their skills requires a skill specific that is not being used by any other organization. So what are the characteristics of internal labor market organization? First is that internal labor market organization has skill specificity. The skills they use there is not readily available in any other organization. More reason, if you work in an internal labor market organization and you lose your job because your skills is not available and it's not needed in any other organization, you may find it difficult to get job elsewhere. Then you have job specificity. The job you perform there may not be available in any organization. Then they rely heavily on internal promotion as the major staffing process, internal promotion and seniority rights. And usually entry is at the bottom of the organizational pyramid. There's no midway entry because promotion are done internally to fill vacancies. Then they rely heavily on the job training, where the foreman or the supervisor train the new entrant. During the time of retrenchment, they rely on either FIFO or LIFO method to do downsizing. FIFO is first in, first out. Then LIFO is last in, first out. It's determined on the circumstances and environment. For instance, if they want to downsize and they realize that in the future, when the organization is able to stabilize, they are still going to need the service of the supervisors, the foreman, the old people in the organization. Because of their experience, they may retain them, and they may decide to retrench the newcomer. So that method is known as LIFO, that is last in, first out. But if they realize that the new set of people they brought into the organization, they are equipped with the modern technology, contemporary technology, the work structure, the modern work structure, and they believe that the old cargo are not needed in the organization again, then so they will deploy the concept of FIFO, that is first in, first out. So what are the merits of internal labor market processes. You have commitment and loyalty because the employee have a sense of belonging and job security. Less cost on training. You don't spend heavily on continuous training and development. It reduces the cost of recruitment because you don't have to spend money on advertising, recruitment process, selection process, because your staffing process is done within the organization through seniority right and promotion. Then it promotes team spirit, and in-house experience is gathered by the workers. They promote opportunity for career growth and mentorship in the organization. But there's nothing with merit that does not have its own side of demerit. So the demerit of internal labor market process is that it promotes cliques and factions because they stay together for a long period of time. They can decide to form a kind of cliques and faction that will work against the progress of the organization. And it promotes mediocre performance because uh, it is very certain that promotion is sacrosanct every 2 years. So people may not want to put their best performance because they know it is very certain they will be promoted. And that may lead to what we call Peter's principle. That is promotion of people beyond their level of competency. And also adaptation to new technology becomes difficult because the old set of people may not want to buy into the advanced technology. They may see their technology as a way to exit them from the organization, and that may generate resistance to change. Performance evaluation may be biased and lack objectivity at times as a result of cliques and faction, tribalism, and so on and so forth. Then reluctance of all men to train new entrants because they believe that these people are coming to take over our job. So they may not want to fully train them. They will give them half-baked training. And those people, when they become formal too, they also give half-baked training until the training is finally lost in the organization. How do we ensure efficiency of the internal labor market? First, you inject new blood into the organization to break cliques and factions that have been formed by the old workers. Introduction of new advanced technology, and you conduct a kind of reverse training where the subordinate will now train the supervisor on the new technology. Re-engineering of the work process. So by default, those that are not fit into the organization will exit. Then encourage diversity training to break clique and faction, tribalism, and religiosity. Continuous and frequent performance evaluation to determine actual performance, and encourage job rotation and job enlargement to prevent boredom and people can be satisfied with their job.